Good morning everyone, and welcome to day 13 of this 14-day challenge, the penultimate day of the challenge. Congratulations and well done, and a huge shout out to you amazing people that have taken part in this challenge, whether you took part in 1 day, 2 days, but for those of you who have so far taken part in all 12 days that have preceded this, well done, amazing work, and you've made such a difference to yourself and such a difference to those people around you as well. Now you might notice something a little bit different about me today, and that's my nutty professor chin here. Get my challenging view, there you go. I don't know how many of you are going to be on this, because over here in the UK it's a public holiday today, so some of you may be taking some time to stay in bed, but I want you to guess why it is that my chin is so swollen here. And you can see there it's full of fluid and it's got quite a size on it. If you think you know what is causing or did cause this swelling in the chin, then please drop it in the Facebook comments, the LinkedIn comments, or the YouTube comments. I'd love to know if any of you have an idea of what's happened to me that's caused my chin to swell like this yesterday and today. So anyway, enough of that. Today we're doing a 10-point challenge. Today we're on day 13 and it's a kindness to a stranger day. Now, what if you can put your name, whoever guessed that would be interesting. So what it is, it's a kindness to a stranger. And interestingly enough, the person who's just put that in the Facebook group there, somebody's guessed that it's a bee sting. And absolutely spot on the money. It's a pity there's no prizes today for the bee sting. But yeah, that's what it was. And I had kindness from a stranger yesterday. And let me tell you a little bit about that. And it doesn't have to be a random act of kindness. Yeah, Dan, thanks. You see, you could have won a prize, Dan. But what it is, it was a planned kindness from a stranger. But the kindness excelled itself. So yesterday, I've been setting up a spare beehive, and I had the beehive ready. And somebody said, we've got a swarm at home. It'd really help us if you can take this swarm. So yesterday, this guy drove, never met him before, but he drove all the way to my house. I know him through a friend of mine. And he drove all the way to my house, took him about 45 minutes, and he helped me unload his swarm into my spare beehive. Whilst we were doing that, my hive actually swarmed into the hedge. So this guy could have easily said, well, look, I've given you my swarm, that's it, that's up to you. But he didn't. He reached out and he gave me a helping hand. But then he offered to put the hive that was in the hedge, the swarm that was in the hedge, into his swarm box. Now bear in mind, this guy's trying to get rid of his swarm. And he said, what I'll do, he said, I'll come back tonight and I'll collect it, and I'll go into a WhatsApp group and I'll find somebody who'll take your swarm of bees. And that's what today is about. It's about unconditionally reaching out and offering somebody a helping hand. Somebody who's a stranger. I've never met this guy before yesterday. Now, of course, the problem I had is when I was doing the bees, I got 2 very small stings. In fact, one of them feels like it's still in there. I got 2 very small stings on the end of my chin through the face mask, and that's what's caused my neck to swell. But that's not what today's about. What today's about is reaching out and giving somebody a helping hand. It's about getting people to get from where they are to where they want to be through an act of kindness that you can give them. Now, you could go out and you could plan this act of kindness. Okay, you could be walking out and see somebody in the street, perhaps somebody less fortunate than you. It could be somebody who perhaps is selling big issue. Whatever it is, whatever thing is, wherever part of the country you are or wherever in the world you are. Might be a complete stranger. And I just want to give you one thing extra with this as well, which is really, really important for me. If you do help somebody out in the street, if somebody is less fortunate than you, if somebody is down on their luck, having mental health problems, having addiction problems, if you do decide to give them a handout, okay, if you do decide to buy a copy of The Big Issue, now I know because of social distancing we can't go up and shake their hand, but very genuinely ask the person their name and just give them your name. Say, how are you today? And mean it. Ask them, how are you? And then use their name that they've just given you again. Because using people's names when you're talking to them, particularly when they're down on the luck, brings the human element back into their lives. And very often they feel dehumanized. But by just asking them their name, leaning in, saying, it's great to meet you, Bill, Fred, whatever, Julie. Ask them their name. Great to meet you. How are you today? And okay, you'll be surprised what you're going to get. You're going to get a smile. You might get somebody who says, who are you? Who do you care? But just try it. Because that's what kindness is about. Kindness isn't just about giving. This isn't a giving day. Okay? This is about doing an act of kindness. And kindness is a human trait. So bring the human back into this. Call them by their name. Ask them how they are. Think about that. How can you show kindness to somebody today? Now, of course, this whole challenge was inspired by the podcast that you see a screenshot there of myself and Ken. And I'm sorry, Ken, if I'm going to pronounce your name wrong, but Hettiarachi. And Ken has decided to run 365 days, 8 kilometers a day, to raise money for the Hunger Project, but also to help himself. That's where this challenge came from. He's decided to help himself and get rid of his diabetes and improve his health, improve his well-being by running these 365 days. But he didn't just do it for himself. He's doing it to raise money for the Hunger Project. And he's got all of us involved in this. Ken, I'm very privileged to have spoken to you. I've never met Ken. That conversation there was the first time. And I decided to do an act of kindness and help Ken reach more people and get more people running with him. And if he only gets one extra person through this, I know he has, because I'm going to be with him next Saturday. I know Dan is going to be with him. I encourage anybody else that's listening to this video, whether it's live or recording, step up. And you don't have to raise money. You don't have to support the Hunger Project. You can just let Ken know that you're running with him. Oh, his name's spelt at the bottom there. So if you have a look at that, Hettiarachi, reach out. Help Ken celebrate his 365 days of running on Saturday the 5th of June. I'm going to put the link to his run and the link to take part in his team below this video, wherever it is, whether it's on YouTube, LinkedIn or Facebook. So today is about kindness to a stranger. You might decide to choose Ken, who many of you have never met, don't know. He's a stranger to you. You might decide to be kind to Ken and celebrate 365 days of running with him. You might decide that it's with somebody in the street. You might decide that it's to pick up the phone and call somebody that you don't know just to see how they are. Perhaps it's part of a charity. Perhaps you can do something to support your own charity. You can run for Ken. You can help Ken run. Let him know in this Facebook group in particular that you're running with him. And do it for your own charity. It doesn't have to be for the Hunger Project, although we'd love you to raise money for the Hunger Project. And I know Harry Cross would love you to raise money for the Hunger Project. Help me. Sponsor me. Some of you in this group don't know me. So find me and support me in running that 8K. I haven't run for years and years and years, and I certainly haven't run since I had my hip replaced. So do that. Do it for Ken. Do it for the stranger. But most importantly, this is 10 points. So do it for yourself. Being kind to a stranger isn't just for the stranger, it's for you. It's to bring the human back in you. It's to bring kindness. There's no better feeling than when you're kind to somebody. And bear in mind, this isn't about giving. Okay? You can be kind. You can smile. You can say hello to somebody who just looks like they're down on their luck, or they're frowning, or they're not happy. So take some time. Look and find Ken. See if you can run with him on that Saturday. I'm just going to check the date here. Let me see if I've got the date right. Yeah, I'm not sure if the date is the 4th or the 5th. So Ken, if you're watching this, perhaps you can just drop below these videos. I'll just confirm the date as well. But run with Ken on that day. It's either the 4th or the 5th of June, and it probably depends where in the world you are as well as the time difference. But join Ken. Join me and give kindness to a stranger today. 10 points. Don't forget to go into the Facebook group. If you're not already in it, it's not too late. You can still start at day 1. You can still start tallying points. You can do day 13 today, day 14 tomorrow, and then restart back at day 1. Choice is yours. But make sure that you keep looking after yourself. Make sure you tally up your points. Let me know in these comments that you're there, that you're listening, that you're doing these challenges. Share something today. How great would it be to have 30, 40 people today just do a random act of kindness to a stranger? What kind of difference would the world be if every person was kind to a stranger once, twice a week, 3 times a week? What kind of difference would that be? That's what we want to try and do. We're changing the world one challenge at a time, and I hope that you will join me today in being kind to a stranger. And well, guest Dan on the bee sting. Leaving the bees alone today. I'm all antihistamined up, so hopefully it'll go down a little bit later. This is the anaphylactic reactions that I get just from one bee sting. So fingers crossed you'll find somebody to be kind to today. And if you can't find somebody, then save it. Bag it until tomorrow. Do it tomorrow. Now tomorrow is the last day of the challenge. It's another 10-pointer, and it's going to be something which is going to be fun. It's going to be interesting, and of course for many of us here in the UK, we'll be back at work as well. So take today, tally up your points, let us know where you're going. Tomorrow is your last day to get the points, and the points mean prizes, and you can get that meal for 2 worth £100. You can get that Amazon 6 months Audible or a £50 Amazon voucher to get some books, or you can get some runner-up prizes as well. Thanks very much for joining me on a bank holiday Monday. Sorry I can't smile too much, my whole face is slightly sore today, but fingers crossed you're with me today, being kind to yourself and to other people, and I'll see you on tomorrow, the final day of the 14-day challenge. Let us know how it's been so far, and let's really ramp up the energy for tomorrow, and fingers crossed my chin will have gone down as well. Speak to you soon. Have a great day. Bye for now.